Howdy! How y'all doing? Welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm looking at the finance screen. We don't look at this a lot. We're running a negative surplus. That's the political way of saying we are spending more money than we're making, which I'm sure the Confederates are doing too. We have no income tax or corporate taxes yet. We do have tariffs and sales tax, and we're making money by selling land. But we're spending more than we're making on the war, which is to be expected. Sherman is busy building a supply depot here. He's having a supply issue. One of the problems we have is we need better logistics. Our logistics kind of suck, and that's slowing down our offensive. Let's get rid of the front lines view here. The other thing is, despite the fact we've won these battles here, I'm going to move Dutton back there. The reason I'm going to move Dutton there is I don't want the enemy riding up through this railroad right towards DC uncontested. And that also means, as much as I hate to do it... you know what? No, screw it. We're going to move Dutton right here. Because that'll allow Andrews to stay a little more forward. In fact, Andrews, I want you to move a little more forward yet. Just a tiny bit more forward to these crossroads. That way if the enemy tries to cross this way, as we've seen them do multiple times, like when they attacked Fort Washington, you'll be able to intercept them. We'll have Dutton close enough to support you, and by putting Dutton at this crossroads here, that should make it so that the enemy can't just roll in by rail into DC and surprise us all. Also, when we go out west, let's go find Harney. So Harney's at an impasse, right? There's a fort here. Oh, that's about bonds and money. There's a fort here, and there are almost as many troops, if not more troops than him on the other side. If he goes to assault that force, he won't be able to take the fort. There's just too many people there. So what I think I might have him do is... let's have him build a fort of his own on the north side of the river. Can we build one? Maybe we can't build one? I don't know why we can't build one. Are we too close to the enemy? Weird. Alright, maybe we won't... oh, maybe because I'm on the wrong damn army? Maybe I'm on Dutton, that's in Virginia, and I should be on Harney? Dutton, why won't you build that damn fort? I know you can, you lazy bastard! Dude, I'm hundreds of miles away. Oh, okay. Harney. Pretend I did this right the first time. Build a fort right here. It's going to take him some time to build that fort. And then once it does, we'll probably put some artillery units or something in there. I want to do that two reasons. Number one, if they want to cross, then they have to deal with our fort. If we supply it well enough, then Harney might actually even be freed, or maybe he could march around and take Little Rock or something. Sherman, are you going to be able to get your supply depot done before you have major supply problems? His supply is only at 49%. That's a little problematic. The other reason I'm having Dutton pull back up here is Grant can't stop this railroad yet. His army's too disorganized. Once his army is ready to be organized, his readiness is up in the green, then that'll change everything. Because then either Grant can hold this position, or he can push down the Shenandoah Valley right there. Until then, I don't want to leave Washington exposed. The plus side, though, is Tim Tam, the general man's down here. Supposedly we have the Fredericksburg Depot. I don't know why that is, but I'm not going to complain. And Tim Tam and Dutton should be within support range of each other once Dutton gets here to this crossroads. Oh wait, what's this? Did I miss this message? Andrews at destination. Okay, that's Tim Tam, the general man, right here. You can see with the wide blue circle, that's reinforcement range. Him and Dutton will be able to reinforce each other. Grant, get your men ready. Get them beaten into shape. Sherman would have already. Of course, Sherman has a smaller army, so it's easier to do that. Let us see if there are any other projects we want. Oh, I want this one right here. Cast artillery. Finance the weapon industry to mass produce simple cast artillery weapons that do not require sophisticated metallurgy and machinery. Cast bronze weapons that can be produced are M1857 12-pound Napoleons, based on the French model 1853 cannon Bussière Day 12 or the Canon de l'Empereur, and the James rifle, which can be produced by adding rifling to the old M1841. Oh man, or should I wait for rifled artillery? No, let's get cast ones. We need... That's pretty cheap for us to get, and we can start producing those right now. So the 12-pounder has mediocre accuracy and a range of 1,600 yards, which is much better than these 12-pounders we've got. And the James 14-pounder has very good accuracy and a range of about 1,500 yards. So we're going to build like 32 of each of these. And hopefully we can begin the process of upgrading artillery units with better artillery. Is there an army right here opposite Tim Tam, the general man? There is. The army of Georgia, which is only 6,500 strong. Oh man, I'd love to go after them, but I don't want Tim Tam, the general man, to be unsupported. There's still a fair amount of Confederate troops around. What do we got here? News, 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 everybody. Funding 2 policy enacted. More focus on the union economy. New taxes proposed. Boo! I'm sorry. So we finished one of our policies. Let's go to policies. We finished government funding 2. We're going to go to, I think, the Revenue Act 1. To fund the war effort, impose a new kind of tax on the income of citizens. Initially, the maximum tax level will be 5% and will only affect citizens with the highest incomes. I'm sure we will never expand the income tax beyond that. It'll never be more than 5%. While more funds will become available to the government, citizens will not be happy about losing their hard-earned money. We'll lose a little support. We're going to do that, though, to help fund the war effort, to try and decrease the, you know, the deficit we're running. It's going to take 30 days to get that implemented. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we have here? In the north, well, kind of northeast? Oh, what'd I do? Somebody's moving on Grant's army, I think. Hampton's division is moving north. There's no way they're going to attack Grant's division. Grant's army, the Army of the Ohio, outnumbers them. They could try and loop around this way, though they'd have to march once they get to this road. Right now, they're obviously using the rails. That's the sign of rails, the little railways. Wheels. Where you going, Hampton? There was another army down here, though. I think the Army of the Shenandoah was down here. If that comes up with Hampton, they might outnumber Grant by a fair amount. Let's see where Hampton ends up rolling onto. Hampton's division looks like they got out of the train, so maybe they're going to march north. As you can see, there's not really any rails that go up to Winchester where Grant is stationed. If they want to attack him, they're going to have to march. I'd be amazed if they attacked him, though, because Grant outnumbers them significantly. Oh, and the Army of Georgia going somewhere. Not quite sure where they're headed off to. Oh, it's also possible that the Hampton Division just moved up here to kind of counter Grant to make sure we can't push down without a fight. How are you looking, Grant? Get that readiness up. He's making some progress on that. Sherman's supply level is getting tenuous. They're starting to run out of food. This pisses me off. You got the river. I think I'm going to have Sherman pull back, even though we've not finished this damn supply route. His supplies are just too bad, and our infrastructure is just crap for sending supplies that far. How much longer do you need? 28 days? Low food, though, is dangerous. That means that they're already taking casualties because of that. Let's upgrade this supply depot here. Maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know how long it takes to get that full of supplies. You can see it's actually got all kinds of different supplies tracked in here. Artillery, artillery ammunition, forage, horses. Hopefully it'll help Sherman. I don't know if you saw, you'd have to probably go back on the video. For a moment there, the Army of Tennessee wanted to engage our Army of the Kentucky. Then I think they saw how big they were and instantly ran away. And so now the Army of Tennessee is taking some losses as they're pulling back. Oh, an officer is rehabilitated. Ward, who got injured in a battle, is healthy. I'm sure he'll find a command in time. Sherman's supply is slightly going up. Ooh, and we're done with some unit type. What did we finish making? Henry rifles? Now, we're not going to have enough, I don't think, to give anyone right now. I could be wrong. Let's put in another order. Alright, so let's order another 3,000 Henry rifles, another 3,000 Spencer repeating rifles, and another 3,000 Spencer carbines. Hopefully we can get some more brigades. Right now we have, what, 2 cavalry brigades that have the repeaters in Sherman's army, and then I think one of Custer's armies have, brigades have that. But that brigade's on furlough, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, you see Sherman's supplies are slowly going up. Hopefully that'll solve the food issue very soon. The Army of Northern Virginia here is also having supply issues. You can tell by the little skull and crossbones. They didn't all become pirates all of a sudden. Har har har. Wait, that's Range Raiders. Are they going to come up and attack Debussy? DeRussy? Probably not. They only got 6,500 men, if that intel is correct. There you go, Sherman. Getting that supply line up to 41. There's technology we can get to help us with supplies, and that's going to be next on the docket, as far as I'm concerned. Range Raiders, don't do it. You're gonna be a fool. Don't you go fight DeRussy. Don't tell him that DeRussy's guys are all green. They don't probably even know how to shoot their guns. This is advantageous for us, though, that they're out of supply, because we've taken these other supply depots. Though they might have retaken that one right there. What's going on out west? Harney, how's your fort building going? Oh, you're going... Wow, that's pretty fast. You're like over 40% of the way there. Sweet. Oh, and Grant's getting up into the orange with readiness. We want to get him up into the yellow or green. Hampton's division on the other side is having supply issues. Good deal. Oh man, look at all these Confederate armies down here. Don't like that. Funding Policy 1 enacted, so the Confederates are trying to catch up. We've already done Funding Policy 2. They've been focusing more on drafting people and forcing people, so that means their economy is probably well behind ours. And their economy is smaller than ours anyway. Not only because we're blockading a lot of their business, but because we're just a bigger economy in the North. More focused on the Confederate economy. Printing new notes is possible. Yeah, that's a good idea. Print your way out of your financial problems. That always works. Well, now Harney is having supply issues. Dang it, Harney. Oh, and Harney's getting attacked by the Western Army. The Confederacy fields 18,000 men under the command of Brigadier General McCulloch. McCulloch? Whatever. Give me that corn whiskey. Not that corn liquor. The Union fields 21,188 men under Brigadier General Harney. The nice thing is we're building this fort, so that means they want to drive us away. What I worry, though, is I don't know if the fort's going to be able to supply themselves. Hopefully with a much smaller group of people in the fort than Harney, they will be able to. Alright, our goal is to defend 12 corners. Is that a chapel? Nobody goes to church without our permission. It looks like there's only one road in here, which would be coming up this way by, what is that, Brightwater? Up this road. This is our setup. We're going to set up along the road here, because they almost assuredly have to come along this road. I've built some parapets along here. We've got Meade's 1st Division, consisting of Morgan, Thomas, and Anderson in here. On their left flank is Old Greg. They've got howitzers in there under Roberts. And then the 2nd Division, under Mansfeld, is going to protect this area with Benham and Newton. Fig Newton in the trenches. And we got Keyes as the reserve, and then we've got Ord over here with artillery, and then we've got Merritt, one of our cavalry all-stars, on the far side protecting that. So I don't think it'll be long before they come up the road and engage us, and they're going to have a hard time because they got to come through some hilly, woody terrain. And look how good our dudes are. Look, 3 stars. Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Did they not come across this road? That brigade is just like, screw it. Oh, as is that brigade. Why didn't they use the road here in the ford? Instead they wanted to cross Little Sugar Sweet. A creek. Do we go after them? Mansfield. Move right here. Let's cut them off. Our armies are almost the same side. 1st Division, Meade. Come up on their side. And then we'll have Greg come down to the ford and see if any other units are trying to come through that way. I certainly did not expect them to try and come right through the woods. Yeah, they're getting all messed up. Their lines are losing cohesion trying to get through these woods and over these little hills. Oh, I don't want Harney. I want the division commander, Mansfeld. The quicker you guys get online, the better. Old Greg, get up here and hit this artillery unit that seems to be a straggler. And then Meade, just assault them right from the side. Just go right after him, man. Their army is all discombobulated because they decided to go through the woods instead of taking the river. Or not the river, I'm sorry, the road. Mansfield, just engage these guys. Come right up onto them, and just go attack them. We'll have Merritt flank them while you're doing that. And Old Greg, why don't you just charge these dudes here? They're all alone. To our knowledge, they might not be all alone. The enemy army is only a little smaller than Harney's army here. Gary's battery has 0 guns. Oh, they've already abandoned the guns. That's why. That's fair. Still waiting to get 2nd Division in line so that Mansfeld men's Mansfeld's men. Oh, try saying that 3 times fast. Can engage the enemy. Mansfeld, what about Womansfield? Greg, why are you trying to go to column form, you dipshit? Sarah, why are you yelling at me? Because I don't like dipshittery, unless I'm doing it. Then it's bearable. I wonder if there's more of the army somewhere and we've just missed where they are. Old Greg, just get all the way up here and fight them, bro. Merritt's still waiting to get his orders. He's way off in the middle of nowhere. Where the hell is Harney? Harney, you need to get a little closer to the action, bro. That's too far for messages to have to go. I do like seeing all the Confederates starting to congregate in a little area where we can hopefully encircle them. There's got to be more to their army than those 4 or 5 brigades. Oh, yep, there's another one. Ah, in fact, Greg, can you hold this fort here? He might not get there in time. His old commands... I think the dots mean he hasn't received the new commands yet. I think it's a solid line when he's received the new commands. He might actually engage the enemy before he gets his new commands. Speaking of which, Newton, y'all gonna start shooting? Let's order some halt-ish orders. There you go. Newton, start blasting. Mansfield in contact. Merritt, you need to come down here and get behind these dudes. The enemy's spread all over God's creation, trying to get up here, so let's hit them separated. B Junior's trying to catch up with everybody. There you go, Greg. Turn around. You're getting shot in the butthole. Do it with a little more speed. Not get shot in the butthole, but turn around. Benham, how about on the double? Are you close enough for a bugle call for that? We got our artillery under Ord shooting into him. Merritt's waiting for more orders. Uh-oh, Greg's gonna run right into the enemy. Shitburgers. We'll order Anderson to try and help you. It's probably gonna be too late. I don't think he can hold on his own because that's a bugle call. And it looks like he's within bugle range. What? Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, this is gonna be a bit of a clusterfuck right here. Some close infighting. Anderson, can you get up here in a timely manner? I don't, like on the double time. I don't know how long it'll take you to get orders. Because Greg's going to be in trouble because there are troops coming down this road right behind him. There you go, Merritt. He drove off the cavalry there. Merritt, turn around and get right behind these guys. You're getting shot in the side, I think, Merritt. Turn around! Yeah, I say, if you get on the side here, you can flank everybody. We can drive them all out. Oh, B is trapped. He got trapped between Anderson and Old Greg. Old Greg, we've got to break them fast, though, because you got new people coming up your backside. Oh, you can kind of see back there Merritt shooting. Harney's guys have gotten very good at fighting. Like, look at Old Greg, 3 stars. Anderson's got 2 stars, while his brigade's got a star. Morgan's got 2 stars, while his brigade's got a star. And you can see the stars for the brigades on the top of their little NATO symbols. Most of the enemy units don't have those here. Most of our army, our Harneys are... Oh. Alright, you need to turn around, Greg. Turn around. You're getting it from both sides. You don't want that. You're gonna have to hope that Anderson can drive these dudes off. Old Greg is gonna break any moment now. Come on, Old Greg. Don't break. Hold. Oh, good job, Merritt. He's breaking the Confederates here. I don't think Old Greg's gonna hold. He's got too many brigades. I was gonna say coming on him. That ain't what I meant. Attacking him from one direction. Well, he's got an enemy right behind him. The enemy behind him is starting to waver, though. If Anderson's boys can drive out B's brigade. Anderson, I hate to do this, but charge. I know this was almost always a bad idea in the war. Charge the enemy. Maybe you can break their morale. Scream at them, yell at them, call them dirty names. Drive them off so that Old Greg doesn't have somebody on their backside. B's brigade is withdrawing. Go, Anderson, go! Get up in there. You see the rest of the Confederate line here is falling apart, too. Guys, why don't you just keep pushing? Yeah, keep driving them out. Oop, Anderson's doing it. He's breaking B's brigade. Don't worry, Greg. Don't worry, nobody's behind you shooting you in the butthole no more. Good job, Anderson. Brave of his men. Bayonets. This guy looks like he's eating soup. I'm gonna enjoy some soup. Greg, we're being attacked. It's not Old Greg, though. B's brigade has lost morale and is trying to retreat. And almost all of these Confederates here are surrounded or at least flanked. Good job, Merritt. He's about to get to level 2 of mounted rifles. They're doing so well. Anderson crossed the creek and... Oh! I think Old Greg decided to... What are you doing, Old Greg? I'm not sure if he ran or they're charging B's brigade. I think they're charging B's brigade in melee combat. That's what it looks like. Even though it says they're idle. Alright, Greg, turn around. They have the bloodlust. Oh, it's only a small detachment there. If Anderson can get his orders soon and move at the double time, he might be able to help them drive that detachment back. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, though. Yeah, the rest of the Confederates here are just falling back now. It's the key to victory! Erasmus Keys! Talk about a fancy name, Erasmus. Yeah, come on. Bowen's detachment is super flanked. Anderson's men are having some morale issues. Anderson! Don't you make me mad at you. Other Thomas. Do we have more than one Thomas here? Thomas, Come down here and see if you can help these guys. They're having some morale issues. The more help they could get, the better. I will say, though, Old Gray gets a bonus. He's going to get the mounted rifles one, too. Where while his men are mounted, they can reload faster. His men are fragmented and tired, but they're fighting still. Anderson, there you go. Anderson poured into these guys, flanked them, drive this detachment off. Reinforcements are on the way. If the rest of you guys could just finish these dudes off, that would be great, thanks. Anderson's morale is low because he says there's a routed unit nearby. I don't know if there is. His unit is cut off. Oh, and he broke. Son of a bitch. The enemy is retreating. Well, y'all did pretty good. I think that's good. We're not going to work hard to chase them. We don't want to ruin anything. We'll shoot at the ones we can. Harney wins again. That's pretty good. Because they were trying to drive Harney out. That means Harney will probably be able to finish his fort. Another victory for Harney. Our own losses mount up. Our own losses mount up. We lost 676 men. The enemy is believed to have lost 2,200 men. Colonel Merritt's become famous and an inspiration for his men. He deserved that. There are so many battles he was the hero of, and I don't know if he was here, though he was a big person. Colonel Gregg has fallen into disgrace. What? Gregg actually did a good job. He got around the backside of the dudes, and then he held the ford for a while. Or the crossroads, I mean. Victory at Arkansas River. We've captured 1,329 rifles and 2 guns. We took another 567 people as prisoners. And that almost is, I would think, as long as Harney's supply issue doesn't become too dire, his supplies are pretty bad right now, and that supply depot that's closest to him is upgraded as much as it can be. He's over halfway, or no, almost halfway, about halfway done with that fort. Good, good, good. We want to make it so that they can't cross the river safely. And I guess that's going to be the end of this episode. Sherman's still having supply issues. His supplies are going up, but he's starting to have some food issues as they continue to try and build the supply depot, which will be done in 18 days. And Grant? He's getting their readiness up. It's not going as fast as I like, but he's getting there. Either way, is this army moving? I guess we'll find out next time. I'll see you all, hopefully next time. Take it easy.